out of Christianity, of the fundamentalist extreme versions, I definitely, in my opinion, this is one of my favorites. Number 30, atheism taught me to mistrust man-made beliefs. And by mistrust, I mean they made me look at beliefs as though they're not facts, they're faith. I learned not to just assume that because 1/3 of the world's population believes something doesn't make it true. Just because a group of people say they have the moral majority and that they have moral hierarchy doesn't mean they do. And that's the thing about becoming an adult. Realizing that it does not matter what people say. It's how they act with what they say. That's why I always say words are cheap, actions self-explain themselves. I don't need to take everything at face value. I don't have to look at how people believe, because faith is not fact, even though my sister and her family think so. I mistrust man-made beliefs dressed up as dogma, because it's always about suppressing, gaining privilege, and seeking to devour another group of people. That's why I call it the white man's religion, because nothing has given white man more privilege, power, and autonomy like Christianity. How many massacres and colonialization have been committed just because of men believing that since God said they were over all the animals, they can do what they want. And it's not true. It doesn't matter who does it. It's still wrong. Calling an action of a Muslim extremist terrorism, while when a white person does it, it's God-given right. We call it colonialization now. It does not change what that action does. And just because a group of people believe something doesn't make it true. Faith is not fact. And if something's a fact, you don't need faith to believe it. You don't have to believe it, but you'll probably look pretty stupid. I mistrust religion and all religious ideas because it seeks to control. And when there is no God, you're not controlled by man-made bigotry anymore. You can live life the way you want to, and you can enjoy life for what it is. It's not, you don't have to live your life by anyone's standards. As long as what you do is legal and doesn't hurt anyone, live life on your terms. Enjoy the life you have. Because at the end of the day, that's really the only thing people have to enjoy. Living life on their terms. It's called autonomy. But no, just because 17 members of my family believe in an invisible unicorn in the sky does not mean I believe in a unicorn in the middle of the sky. And I'm not going to waste my life here to get another life after this one. So, I just live life the way I want to live it. And haters are going to hate, and Christians are probably going to shame. I don't need a God to be a moral person. I don't need there to be a God to love people and treat everyone with respect. I just treat people with respect because that's how I want to be treated. And that's what's so great about life. I don't have to live my life by people suck the joy out of living. And that's why I love atheism. I don't have to live by some white man's standard. I can enjoy life the way I want to live it. And if life isn't worth living, it's probably because you're not living it on your terms. Or you were born in a place in the world that doesn't see everyone as equal or worthy of life. And I'm sorry about that. And America supports countries that kills its own citizens or kills next door citizens. And that's not okay. And Christians will always justify the Zionistic genocide because God wants it that way. Well, if God wants the Jews to kill the Palestinians, that's another reason why I fled Christianity. It's gross. And I'm not saying that every Christian is gross. I'm saying the ideology of true Christianity is just awful. And why in the world would I want to be a part of a religion that treats non-white people and women as secondary? My own sister doesn't believe, nor would she vote for a female president. And I said, what if the woman is the most qualified? What if she's the best choice for the job? You're gonna vote for the person with a wang just because they have a wang? And she said yes. I mean, Christianity has normalized sexism to the point they don't even see it as sexism. They just see it as God's natural order. That sounds terrible, just saying it. And we need to just stop with all of the, well, God said it, so it must be true. I'm sure that's what the Nazis thought when Hitler spoke. Just because someone says there's a God and I heard a word for him, that's when I start running for the exit or the airport. Because there is no God. God does not speak to anyone. And anyone who thinks God speaks to them probably has a mental illness, or they need to get out of their house more often because nobody is talking to you. That's your inner voice telling you something. And it may or may not be okay. So we just need to stop looking at man-made beliefs as something to be proud of. It might be a good belief, but it's usually not. Some of them control our lives much longer than it should.